Here we are in the new studio, and I'm going to be here doing some podcasts soon and some stuff, but I wanted to, first of all, in today's video, talk to you about the fear of going out alone and socializing and meeting people, because that's something I struggled with for a very long time. And I want to give you some insight into what you might be feeling so you feel completely normal in watching this. Because if I've went through it, you most likely have went through it too. People sometimes like to hear stories of challenges and tribulations and overcoming failure to find success because it helps them to feel better about themselves. So by me sharing the story here with you today, hopefully you can learn something from it and you can feel better about your progressing on your self-development journey. All right, first and foremost, I'm from Montreal, Canada, which is a very, very cold place. And I wasn't very financially successful growing up. My family didn't have a lot of money. I grew up in a single parent mom household. Sometimes I didn't have boots. So I would go out in little thin running shoes called Puma Speed Cats. And it would get to like minus 30 degrees outside. And Montreal has some of the worst snow in the world. It's not uncommon for us to get like 30 to 40 centimeters of snow overnight. So that's like people that do feet, it's like 1.5 feet of snow, okay? And I would go to the club and I would try to meet people like that. And I was so terrified. I would like be afraid to like even talk to an old lady on the street, talk to the bus driver, etc. And I had no friends, to be perfectly honest with you. I wasn't like a cool guy growing up. I was super introverted, all right? My dad wasn't around. I didn't have any male role models. I was super shy. I would skip school often and go to the library to read books. Like just complete nerd. I would like make little science projects and leave them on the teacher's desk. And the kids would be like, teacher's pet. It was just really nerdy guy. Some people are afraid of working on social skills because they say, if I work on it, I'm going to lose my friends. My friends are going to think it's weird. But listen, I was never motivated. I was just desperate. I was hella desperate because I didn't have any friends in the first place. But I knew if I didn't do something, it would never change. I would never get friends. Right? So don't be worried about losing your friends along the way of learning social skills or practicing or interacting with people, because those probably weren't your real friends in the first place. Like I didn't have a date or romantic life. Nobody was bringing women to me to meet women. Nobody did that for me. Nobody's like, hey, I got you. Here's one on the house. Like nobody ever said that to me. You know, no one's looking out for me that much. If they did, maybe I just would have like never practiced. But I had to do something about it. I had to take my destiny into my own hands. Only I was responsible for taking action. I had to go for it. I was the help. No one was coming. My social anxiety was so huge. If I saw a bunch of guys like talking about sports, I didn't really understand what it was or why guys were like wearing sports uniforms or how to talk to them about sports. I didn't even understand all that. So I just like would avoid groups of guys, which is the natural thing. I was never on any sports teams or things like that in school. So I wasn't very good at like meeting new people and forming a group of people that I can get along with. And with ladies, it was absolutely horrible. I remember, one girl, like, oh my gosh, I can tell a story. I remember one lady friend that I had that I really liked. I would go to her house and like I would like pick up her dirty clothes and her underwear for her and clean her room. And she would just complain about how her boyfriend was like a very destructive and abusive guy. And yeah, needless to say, I was friend zoned. Bought her a nice little bracelet on her birthday, hid it in the park. Hid it in the trees and the bushes, made a whole little scavenger hunt with clues. So I was there earlier in the day. And then at the end, she's like, I just don't see you like that. I only think of you, say the words with me now, as a friend. And it still echoes in my brain, as a friend, as a friend. If you go to the park, you can actually hear the ghost of her rejection still haunting me to this day. So my social anxiety was super hard. And I would go out at night to try to meet people. I remember one night, this is in Montreal, I'm out, and it's like minus 30 degrees, and you know, it's cold and everything. There's this one club, it's called B-Bar or B-Side, something like that. And my whole goal of the night is to talk to a woman in front of a man. This is my complete goal. I've been thinking about it for a week. I'm terrified. I'm walking around the subway and the buses, like not doing it. I'm putting it off, I'm delaying, I'm procrastinating. And I go, all right, that's it. Here's my goal for the week. And and so I go to this bar and I look around and there's a couple ladies there and a couple fellas. And of course, all the beautiful ladies are with fellas. And I'm like, all right, this is it. This is what you came for. And I just froze. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go past it. All of my doubt from the past, all of my self-judgment from the past was just creeping up on me. And I decided, all right, I'm going to do it. 1 hour goes by. 2 hours go by. 3 hours go by. It's almost closing time. And I go over and I say some weird joke. They all kind of like look at me and pause. Get this kid? Is this kid for real? Like, what's going on here? Look at me and pause like I'm a complete dork. I walk away and I am completely embarrassed, but at the same time, I'm totally happy because I dealt with my fear of rejection for the first time and not fitting in with guys and being ridiculed by attractive women. And it was the first time in my life I did that. And that one win, I took that win And I built on it. I built on it and built on it. I was no longer concerned with how I looked in my clothes. I had the same shirt all the time. Now I would think about myself as like almost like Steve Jobs, wearing my same shirt. I had my sense of humor. I had my own mentality about life, what I thought was important. And I no longer hid that from the world. And I looked up a lot to Muhammad Ali, for example, who was a guy who was very prominent and proud about what his beliefs were and treating people fairly and standing up for yourself. And I would just resonate with people that even weren't alive anymore, like Socrates or Plato, all the way back to Nelson Mandela, who was alive back then, Martin Luther King, who passed. I just looked at these great icons and I tried to learn something deep from each one of these people that would make me better and give me confidence to be the guy that I knew I could be, because no one else is going to do it for me. And I say this to you because I want you to know that no one else is going to do it for you. You are here to save yourself. Mom's not coming to save you. Dad's not coming to save you. Your brother, your sisters, they all care about you. They care about you. They want you to be the same. And it's up to you to be the person who makes that difference in your life and changes it all around. No one else can. So are you going to save yourself? Are you going to pull yourself up by the bootstraps? Are you going to be a big baby or big daddy? Because only time will tell the legacy that you decide to live. So I just wanted to share this with everybody. I don't get on here and tell stories very often, but I think stories are great to help relate to where you are in your journey and development. I don't want to just get on here and give authoritative information, which is great, but you can also learn a lot as well from the stories, which is what I'm trying to do more of. Because we all appreciate the underdog and come up and get something done. And you get to write that story on your own life. I got a few live coaching programs that are left that we're doing. I'm just telling you this because I would be regretful to not inform you about something that's there for a possibility for you to help yourself, okay? A few live programs that are happening. I'm basically retired now. I don't really do these often. I was thinking about only doing this for alumni, people that have coached with me before, but I've had a few requests to make it available to the public, so I'm going to do that and open it up to everybody. I don't want to just give you a chance to watch this video and think about it and talk about it and feel great. I want to give you a chance to actually put some skin in the game, because until you put some skin in the game, you probably won't stick to it and you probably won't get some results, right? We got to be committed to actually get the result that we want. And that's what we're here about, all results. I don't care about just feeling good and all that airy-fairy stuff. It's all about the results here. So there's a link down below for a questionnaire, a few brief questions, fill it out. It'll take 30 seconds to do. You'll get a call personally from me and my team, and we'll chat you through what some possibilities are you can to clear up that headspace, make you have less anxiety, to help you to, if you in the past made mistakes, to learn from those mistakes, of course, and also to not fear rejection as much, all right? So click that link, talk to me and my team, it'll be a great pleasure of mine. If you wanna see more videos about anxiety, this is just the tip, as they say. I'll put a video up here in either of the corners so you can go deeper down that path and learn more about it from me, because I know that's gonna be helpful for you. And as always, keep in touch and don't be a stranger. Cheers.